What's up, YouTube? So, the latest edition of the Diablo 4 beta is out, which has brought my most favorite classic character from Diablo 2, the Necromancer. I've been a fan of the Necromancer for a very, very long time. I mean, I think it goes all the way back to 2001, or whenever Diablo 2 originally was released. So, having the Necromancer in this is just fantastic for me. It hit really close to home. But so lately, I've been hearing a lot about the Blood Mist ability. Now, I looked into it a little bit, thought it was pretty cool, but it doesn't touch the classic Bone Corpse Explosion Necromancer build, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. I guarantee you're probably going to like it a little bit more than the Blood Mist. Alright, so we're going to break into our abilities now. We're going to start off with our basic skill, which is Bone Splinters. Bone Splinters fires 3 shots initially, but then as you level it up into next tier, Enhanced Bone Splinters, you get 5 shots with 30% chance of sending out 5 shots, which is pretty massive. And then Initiates Bone Splinters has a 20% chance to make enemies vulnerable. Our core skill is going to be Bone Spear. Bone Spear is really good for when you have a lot of monsters down in line. It just goes right through them and you put down damage. Like when you're running through a dungeon or something and you got a bunch of them coming out of line, just send a couple of those down and it smacks all of them. As you upgrade that one, it makes your first enemy vulnerable as well. So not only are you getting vulnerability sent out from Bone Splinters, but you're also getting it for Bone Spear. There's a very high probability that your Bone Spear is going to drop something with its first shot. It leads us into the cake of the Necro, Corpse Explosion. Anyone that's played Diablo 2 before knows that Corpse Explosion is probably the most dangerous skill you can have. Amazing, and you can clear just about anything with it. So we're going to put a lot of points into that as well. Max that thing out. And being a Necro, you're going to have your minions, right? So we're going to want to buff our warrior skeletons, our mages. I went full on the warrior skeletons since actually missing 2. What the heck? So buff them, and then I took one out of the skeleton mage mastery. Anyways, so our point of this build is to hit hard initially, where our Bone Splinters, you send lots of shots out. That's going to help you regain your essence quickly. Then you have Bone Spear, which is going to drop things very quickly, giving you the opportunity to Corpse Explosion quickly as well. And then the thing that's going to probably make this the most important is your minions. Your minions really matter in this. So we go down to our Book of the Dead. We're going to go into our Skeleton Warriors. I went Reapers just because they have a 15% chance to drop a corpse. So you never know. It could instantly drop a corpse and then bam, you're dropping Corpse Explosion and you pipe in the whole screen basically. The mages, I went with cold mages just because, I mean, it's cold. You're slowing them down, you're stopping them from getting at you, and in the meantime, you're gaining 2 essence for every time that they're hitting something. Then we go into the golem. I also set the golem to shed corpses. So each time your bone golem takes up to 20% of its maximum life as damage, it sheds a corpse. So you're dropping corpses everywhere you go, no matter what you're doing. leaving more and more ammunition to send out in your corpse explosion. Alright, so now we're going to break down the gear. As a Necro, you want to be focusing on intelligence on your equipment, because obviously increased skill damage, that's important. That's going to buff your splinters, it's going to buff your spikes. Bone spear, it's going to be buffing your bone spear. On top of that, while you're trying to put more intelligence in your gear, you can add maximum essence as well. Really want to prioritize your skeletons and whatnot. They're what's going to keep you alive. They're what's going to give you more bodies to drop for the corpse explosion. But I've learned you could only have, what is it, six warriors in total and 5 mages, which was kind of a bummer for me, but that's okay. You know, that's you're still dropping a lot of bodies with that. You want to try to buff bone spear, corpse explosion. Those are the things that you're mainly gonna try to focus. Skeletons gain increased damage while alive. Yeah. So really, if you get the chance, try to add more skeletons to your group. It makes a big difference. So you got the abilities, you got the Book of the Dead, and we got our gear. There's nothing left but to show you how it works. But in the meantime, do you know that I stream live on Twitch? Go on, head on over to James Angel TV and drop me a follow if you enjoyed the video. So let's get into the gameplay. So I went up to the Forbidden City dungeon. This build can either be, you could play it really lazy, or you can just wipe everything out that's in front of you. Let your mobs handle it. Start sending it. Watch right off the rip here. Boom. That's why the bone skills are so clutch, because you can get at them at a distance. And they're just toast. Ooh, even got a nice wand out of that.
I need more time.
They drop so many corpses so quickly.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
As soon as your minions go down. And you add in the mobility from your active skills.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Look at how many corpses are still going.
I'm not ready yet.
I didn't even have all of my skeletons. Goodness.
I need more time.
This is literally the best build. It's so strong. Personally, I think they're gonna win.
ready yet. I'm low on essence. I need more time. I need more time.
I'm not even gonna touch any of these shrines. Well, unless I fat finger one.
I need more time. I'm not ready yet.
Tap.
I'm not ready yet.
Couple bonus on there. Has that.
I'm not ready yet.
Gotta get ready.
I need more time. I need more time.
One thing about this build that I really have to say probably work on more is mobility. But even though it shreds everything, the mobility is kind of a nice perk to have.
Required essence. I'm not
That's
ready
the
yet.
next thing to work on. Trying to add more mobility. Up front.
I'm low on essence.
My mage is not to build mana, so realistically I don't have to use my basic attack at all if I didn't want to. Unless I'm just spamming the heck out of Bone Spear. Not
I need more
I'm not
time.
touching any of the. It's gonna be a raw.
I'm not ready yet.
Going towards the door right
I'm not ready yet.
now. You better get ready.
I'm not ready yet.
Frost mages doing their work right there. Freezing the revenants. Those guys gonna be a real pain. It's open. Alright. So I know what you're thinking. James. It shreds mobs. Yeah, you can corpse explosion the heck out of everything. You know, you drop in trash mobs all the time. But how does it do against bosses? Well, let me show you. No added buffs besides the gear that I already have. No shrines, nothing. Just going straight in. Get some corpses in, and boom, 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 boom. It doesn't take very long for the corpses to start growing. And the more damage a golem is taking, the more corpses he's dropping. And that's how it's done. So, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, bone necro, not blood mist, bone necro. Peace out everybody.